All right, so this is what I have so far on a brain to computer interface that I'm hoping to be able to use with an AI chatbot so that I can communicate mentally with directly with the bot instead of having to talk to it. So this is part three. So far, I have taken the headset apart. In doing further research, I have found that I do not need the base of the game at all. That the transmitter is in here, and that the chip used here is actually very similar to what they use in medical devices. So this is indeed a low-grade EEG scanner. I got it for $7.40 at the thrift store. I also have this open source Arduino micro controller. So I also identified what I need to do here. So the good news is I only need the headset. I could hook that directly to the computer without the game. I'm trying to get in a little close here. This camera's not great. I have a new tripod and camera on the way, so that'll help. There we go. All right, so there's a little pin here. I don't know if you can see it. There are 4 pins here, but there's this one right here is the transmit pin that sends the signal to this wireless chip right here. So I am going to have to tap this tiny little pin with a wire, and also the ground here, which will be a lot easier because it's bigger. That's going to be tricky. I'm not the best at soldering, but I will very slowly and very carefully solder that pin on there. I got my soldering iron there. Super professional. So let me just show you what I'm going to do here. So I got a couple wires to do that. Again, let's see if the camera can pick this up. All right. So I have put a bit of solder onto the end of this wire here, and I did that twice over so that I have a double-headed pin, and I'm going to just solder that onto the pin here, onto that 4th pin as a transmit, and then I'm going to solder this one into the ground, and then I will have 2 wires coming out. Those 2 male pin wires are going to connect to these little female pins. So 1 second here. Just right, that little pin goes inside of a female pin, and then I have this. So I end up with 2 of these, one connected to the circuit board, and the other end connected to the Arduino, wherever I need them. Assuming one will be in the ground, and then I'll have an input pin, so it'll have 2 pins coming in there, and that will connect. That will connect the headset to the Arduino. Once I have that step, I can decide. I'm probably going to take it out of this, because see, it's just a very small chip in here. Then there's a sensor here that goes on the forehead, and then there's the battery case. So I'm probably going to end up just removing all this unnecessary plastic and just keeping it very small. That'll allow me to have something, you know, a very small device when it's crammed together without all that extra. It'll just be the chip with the electrodes on the ends. I'll figure that out, what kind of form factor. Maybe I'll put it into a hat. Maybe I'll put it into my cool military helmet. Obviously, I can't solder with one hand, so I guess that's it for now. The next step after soldering it will be testing it on the computer and seeing if it can pick up my brain activity on the computer. Once we do that, the last step will be getting that information to the chatbot as input. So that's it for now. Hopefully I don't burn myself. I think I'll be okay. And I will show you the finished product of this when it's done.